Hey guys, good morning and happy Sunday. This is Daryl. It's about full quarter after four or quarter of five on the on the East Coast. You have to forgive me. I've been watching some videos this morning. I'm trying to get a gist of what the allegations, the supposed alleged allegations against Hunter Biden and Joe Biden are. Once again, I was watching Bo of the Fifth Column. I was watching his video, and he had an interesting. I was planning on voting for Biden. Bo had an interesting opinion that Biden isn't his man, and he might be guilty. And I'm not disagreeing with that. But I want to know the truth. Bottom line, I don't want to vote for somebody that's not. If he's guilty of this Ukrainian stuff, which I'm still not buying. But if he is, yeah, my vote's going to go elsewhere. Um, I'm considering Biden. Bernie just does. I don't think Bernie's going to make it, but I don't want to start a whole battle here and now over that. All right, so I watched this. I watched Giuliani on a channel here called Blaze. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. I'm having a hard time in the down below posting the links. I've been trying to do that, and I've been having a hard time doing that. But I'll tell you straight out, the channel is Blaze, and I think there's a few interviews directly with Giuliani. Now, there are interesting accusations. Giuliani has some paperwork. He's got these numbers that there's money laundering going on for 8 years. He insists from 2012 on. He insists that the FBI and our government refuse to investigate these things. Now, I'm not sure, but the FBI, I think, isn't that law enforcement for inside the United States? I'm not sure of this, but I didn't think the FBI investigates overseas, like Ukrainian stuff like that, or anywhere outside the United States. I thought they were, uh, for the 50 states, for our government, for our people, our law enforcement. I'm not sure of that, but that's the way I thought it worked. So that would explain why they're not interested in going to the Ukraine. But anyway, Giuliani, he has he has a couple papers in his hand. And here's the problem. He's coming up. It's all hearsay. He's saying, well, these Ukrainian people told me this and that, and he didn't really have any names of Ukrainian people. None of the paperwork was shown. That was my biggest problem. Look, if you got paperwork, he shows it to the interviewer, and the interviewer, oh my, these people have to be arrested, but none of it is shown to us. None of this proof is shown. No names, no times, no dates, no specifics, nothing. All Giuliani has in these interviews is hearsay. Really, it's just it's hearsay. Money laundering and what he's insinuating that tax dollars, that millions or billions in our tax dollars went to the Ukraine and was laundered through. But there's no specifics. There's no They mentioned Burisma, but they're not saying how, why, who's involved. The companies, the corporations. Is it drugs? Is it our support, military support money? Where's this money coming from? Where's it going? Who's it going to? None of that. None of that. All Giuliani says in these interviews is, well, the Ukrainian people told me this, and they tell me this, that they tell me that Biden's dirty, and it's all hearsay. Now, I have an open mind. I don't doubt that people do dirty things for money, Democrats and Republicans. But you got to, come on, you got to show them there's nothing there. All Giuliani it's just hearsay, and then he stoops down to some, throwing around some insults and stuff, and that's about it. None of the paperwork he's holding is shown on the screen or to us, the viewers, at all. So I started thinking, Trump's and Giuliani's I look back at their history of truthfulness, because that's my next thing that I'm going to judge. How much can I trust what they're saying if I'm going to further investigate this? And very little. If you think back to the first thing that came to mind was Trump's constant, ridiculous allegations about Obama. The birth certificate, which was completely 100% off the wall nonsense. How about the bugged microwave in Trump Tower? What was it? It was a toaster or a microwave. Trump complained that Obama bugged his penthouse, his Trump Tower, which not a shred of proof. It was a ridiculous claim. And there's at least a dozen more of these where Trump throws out this, he throws everything but the kitchen sink at the wall, and he sees what sticks with his supporters, and then he runs with that and twists it and turns it, throws it out at his rallies. His Trump supporters buy it, they put it up on the channels, and it becomes pseudo facts. And So going back, there's no reason to trust one single word out of Giuliani's mouth or Trump's mouth. As far as Giuliani, I look at him as nothing but a toady for Trump. He used to be a man that I had somewhat respect for. He seemed like a good prosecutor. But now he's just, I call him Trump's punching bag. Constantly babbling and pissing off Trump, and then Trump just uses him as a doormat whenever he needs. Between the two of them, I have absolutely zero trust in anything they're throwing out there. But here's the thing: I want to know. So I'm going to continue looking into this. I want to look into Burisma. I want to look into the money laundering. Give me some facts. Where's it coming? Where's it going? What's it involved? What's it supposedly buying and covering up? What's the legal cover for it? Who's it going to? Who's getting? I need to know the facts here, and then I'll make a judgment. Because even as Giuliani admits in this interview, it's gone to the judges and the prosecutors here in the southern districts, I think he said, and they said this is just conspiracy theory nonsense. They refuse to investigate it or take it any further. The judges here in the United States, the courts refuse to even, it's ridiculous nonsense conspiracy theory stuff, which again, in Trump and Giuliani's history is par for the course. So they're not making their case with me. I want to have an open mind. I want to know right now. I need to know now before I vote for Biden if there's a shred of truth in any of this. So this is my goal today for the next few days here. I need to see exactly if there's any proof, any evidence of these claims of Biden, of Hunter and Joe's missteps with money laundering. And if there is, I'll be the first to put it on here. I don't support dirty politicians. I don't care if they're Democrat or Republican. So it's my video for today. You guys have a good Sunday. You'll probably be hearing from me again later today. I'm on this. All right. Take care, people.
Being laundered by Yanukovych, the president at the time, pro-Russian president at the time. He laundered it through American institutions, interestingly controlled by Democrats, controlled by one person who just came out of the Obama administration. Lots of connections to Democrats. 7.5 billion is getting laundered through these two particular banks. 9.5% interest on that to all the people participating every year.
Okay, here he doesn't name the banks. He doesn't give any solid information, no solid evidence.
We know the Ukrainian people who participated in it. We know because I'm very close to the Ukrainian authorities.
Who are they?
The U.S. has refused to be involved in that investigation. The U.S. Justice Department, FBI, refuses to be involved.
Again, if I'm not mistaken, the U.S. Justice Department and the FBI, I don't think they're going to investigate money laundering in the Ukraine. I think that's past their scope. So that would provide a definite reason. I'm not sure on this, but I'm pretty, I'm fairly certain that that's beyond their scope, and that's why they would refuse it. And Giuliani should know this.
I have letters here from prosecutors to the Justice Department begging them to get involved in that. They went to the Southern District with these allegations against Biden 2 months before me. The Southern District turned them away.
I know.
We could already have had this we could have
Give me the names. Give me what names, what dates.
already had this whole thing investigated.
They keep saying, the Southern District said this and Congress said this, that when they looked at these documents, it was nothing but a conspiracy theory. It's not.
No,
If you come out and tell me how these documents are false,
right?
But that's an awful lot of documents that are false.
Well, then you have to have an investigation.
If you come out and tell me it's innocent until proven guilty there, bud. If you could tell me why they're guilty and not a conspiracy theory, then I'll listen.
Right.
Like they say,
right.
The charges against Biden have been debunked.
Right.
Show me the report.
Right. I'd love to see it.
I want to show you one other document that I think probably gets the President of the United States angrier than anything else. And you'll see why in a minute. This is an accounting report going back to 2017. This is during the Obama administration. The Ukrainian...
Here, he doesn't say anything. He just he holds up a paper. He calls it an accounting report, but we don't see anything of it. We don't see no dates, where it's from, who it's to, what it's about, nothing. He shows no proof whatsoever in this interview.
Located $5.3 billion in foreign aid that was being misspent. About 80% of that is our money. That's what he keeps saying about, he was worried about how Ukraine spends money. Here's the proof. Not,
Show me the proof. God, these guys, nothing. All I see is hearsay. I hear hearsay and conspiracy theories.